Kosuke Nagarayama, 28, is an ordinary office worker employed at a small to mid-sized company in Tokyo. Burned out from his work-heavy life, he considers a neighborhood bar he frequents on his way home his sole haven. It's not overly glamorous, just the right kind of place to enjoy a quiet drink alone. One evening, as usual, Kosuke sits at the counter enjoying a whiskey when he notices the woman who takes the seat next to him. Though modest, she exudes an intelligent, calming aura. Hearing her chat warmly with the bartender across the counter, Kosuke casually speaks to her.
Do you come here often?
She looks momentarily surprised, but then offers a gentle smile in response.
I drop by now and then. It's a really pleasant spot, don't you think?
Grateful for a chance at conversation, Kosuke and the woman engage in light chit-chat. When he asks her name, she introduces herself as Mana Fuji, 24. As they talk, Kosuke is drawn to her mysterious soft presence and finds himself wanting to speak with her more. Later that night, as she leaves the bar with a smile, saying, "Hope we'll meet here again," Kosuke is left with a faint but lingering impression. Kosuke visits the bar several more times afterward, but never sees Mana. Just as he's beginning to think their encounter was pure coincidence, she appears once again.
Long time no see.
She's the one who speaks first this time. Though he's a bit surprised, Kosuke responds happily. Naturally, they take adjacent seats and begin talking. As they share bits about their interests and hobbies, Kosuke realizes she knows a lot about movies, music, and even games. The conversation never wanes. He notices her face light up, if only a little, when they talk about games.
How's work?
I'm doing something out of the ordinary. I don't usually tell people about it, though.
Is that so? Out of the ordinary? How?
You could say it's pretty free-form, not your typical office job.
Her vague answer bothers Kosuke slightly, but he decides not to press further. If she doesn't want to discuss it, it's not his place to push. In fact, he's growing more curious about the side of her she keeps hidden. After a few drinks, Mana suddenly confides something.
Sometimes being my real self is a bit difficult, so it's nice to have a place where I can be someone else.
Kosuke suspects she's dealing with something special, but remains silent and listens. He only hopes that when she's ready to reveal her secret, he'll be there to accept it. That night, as he watches her leave the bar, Kosuke feels a calm fondness for Mana, and a slight inkling that she may be hiding something big. Those dual feelings, a gentle comfort and a vague sense of foreboding, stay with him. On a day off a few days later, Kosuke relaxes at home, scrolling through social media. By chance, he comes across a world-famous VTuber. Luna is a charismatic star with massive followings both in Japan and overseas. Recognizing the name, Kosuke idly decides to check out her stream. A beautifully rendered character appears on screen, bantering playfully. Yet at that moment, Kosuke feels a strong jolt of familiarity, as if something's off.
That voice. It's like I've heard it before.
Paying closer attention, he's reminded of Mana Fuji's voice and mannerisms. Unsure, he simply ends the stream. The next time they meet at the bar, Kosuke decides to ask her directly about his suspicion.
Mana, this might sound weird, but are you Luna?
Mana's expression changes instantly at his question. Shocked, conflicted, then resigned, she quietly admits the truth.
Yes, I'm Luna, but please don't tell anyone.
With that, she begins explaining why she's living this double life as Luna.
In real life, I'm not all that confident. When I'm Luna, I feel like I can be free.
Her voice quivers slightly. For Mana, wearing the Luna persona is both a shield concealing her vulnerability and the one place she can truly be herself.
But do you really need to hide? You're already wonderful as you are. I mean it.
Surprised by his words, Mana's eyes widen momentarily before a gentle smile of relief appears.
Thank you. I'm not sure anyone's ever said that to me before.
A few days later, Mana faces a crisis. Without warning, a scandalous, offensive video is streamed from Luna's social media account. It features Luna's on-screen character, but spouts content entirely at odds with her usual image. In this broadcast, Luna is shown hurling insults at fans and even mocking other and competing VTubers. Some fans protest, "Why would she say that? This isn't like Luna." Others post harsher comments, such as, "I can't root for you anymore. I'm so disappointed." Soon, many fans unfollow Luna's account, and online backlash explodes instantly. Meanwhile, unaware of what happened, Mana tries to log in after noticing a late stream notification, but the password has been changed, and she can't access her own account.
My password changed. This is...
A warning reads, "Suspicious login detected," leaving Mana racked with anxiety. She begins receiving a torrent of hateful messages.
This can't be happening. It wasn't me.
Clearly the video wasn't streamed by her, but she's at a loss about what to do. All she can do is stare at the screen in shock. Summoning her courage, Mana decides to head to the bar, where she can find Kosuke. He's the only one she can truly trust right now. Meeting in their usual spot, Mana confides the situation in a trembling voice.
Kosuke, something awful's happened to me. Luna's account got hacked, and they streamed that video without my consent.
You're kidding. Who would do that?
It was my manager pulling the strings behind my back. He took advantage of my trust.
Mana begins explaining why the manager she once trusted betrayed her.
Maybe he only ever saw me as merchandise from the start.
This manager had been overseeing Luna's debut from day one, supporting Mana's activities while simultaneously eyeing bigger profits as Luna's popularity soared.
He kept saying things like, "You should do something more extreme to appeal to your fans. Start drama with other VTubers to boost your viewership." That kind of stuff.
He believed sensational, shocking content would draw large audiences, insisting it was necessary for more revenue. But Mana consistently refused.
I didn't want to break the trust I had with my fans, so I kept telling him I couldn't go along with those ideas.
Frustrated at her refusals, the manager became increasingly irritated that Mana wouldn't do as he wanted. Eventually his anger turned to sabotaging her.
He actually said, "If you won't do it, I'll just make it happen with your account myself."
He believed orchestrating an intentional scandal could draw public attention, letting him manipulate fans' reactions. So he hijacked her account and streamed a shocking video.
To him, I was just another project. He never cared how I really felt. He had no idea what it meant to me.
Sadness and anger glisten in Mana's eyes as she reflects on that betrayal.
I don't know what to do anymore. Everything I've built up could just vanish.
That won't happen. We'll prove you're the real Luna. If your fans learn the truth, they'll understand.
But I can't do it alone.
Hearing those words, Kosuke answers without hesitation.
You're not alone. I'm here and we'll get through this together.
Mana's eyes widen slightly at his response. Seeing his gentle expression, a small spark of hope ignites within her.
Thank you. I'll try my best again.
The next day, with Kosuke's help, Mana prepares to explain the truth to her fans. She can't stream from her hijacked account, so she sets up a brand new channel for an emergency live broadcast.
Your fans want to hear your real voice. Don't be afraid. Tell them. They'll listen.
Though her hands tremble, Mana finishes setting up for the stream, taking several deep breaths. Kosuke stands at her side, quietly reassuring her.
Good evening, everyone. This is Luna. I have something very important to say tonight.
The moment she goes live, the comment section floods with fans' reactions. Mana closes her eyes briefly to steady herself, then begins to speak.
First, I'm sorry for alarming everyone. The offensive posts weren't by my choice. Someone else hijacked my account. This entire situation was beyond my control.
The comment section goes quiet for a second, then erupts with concerns.
Up until now, I've been streaming as Luna, hoping to bring you all some fun. That's always been so important to me. But this incident has made me realize I need to face my real self more directly.
The chat fills with supportive messages.
I'm not giving up on being Luna. And little by little, I want to share more of my real self with you.
Her genuine words reach the fans on the other side of the screen. The chat is full of encouraging messages like, "We support you," and "Looking forward to your next stream." When the stream ends, Mana exhales deeply and closes her eyes. Kusuke's voice reaches her from beside her.
You did great. I'm sure they understand.
Do you really think so? Was it okay?
You saw the comments. They believe in you.
At his words, Mena breathes a sigh of relief. She whispers softly.
Thank you. Really, thank you so much.
A few days later, the two meet up at the bar.
Thank you again, Kusuke. I couldn't have gotten through this without you. Honestly, you saved me.
All I did was give you a little support. You pulled through on your own. You've always had it in you.
Though Kosuke sips his drink with a slightly embarrassed smile, his fondness for Mana is unmistakable. Mana notices his expression and smiles back. There's a sense of calm in her eyes that wasn't there before.
But really, thank you. I feel like I got here because you were there to help.
Hearing that, Kosuke averts his eyes briefly, then looks at Mana earnestly.
Mana, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it?
Taking a small breath, he steels himself and speaks.
I want to stay by your side from now on. Both the Luna side of you and the Mana side of you are important to me, so let me be there to support you more closely.
Mana's eyes widen in surprise, a blush coloring her cheeks. A shy smile forms on her lips.
I feel safe around you, secure, so yes, please. I'd really like that.
Hearing her reply, Kosuke exhales, relief flooding his face, and gently takes her hand.
Thank you. From here on out, I'll protect you.
In that instant, real love springs to life between them, formed by the trust and support they've built.